and Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. You can pray to whoever you like. To my respected teacher, Master Chok Sui Mahaguji Mailing, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, so anyway, I have another story for you, if you'd like to hear it. A lot of these Zen stories are quite interesting now. You know, people made it up, who knows, but it has a deep meaning into it. And the title of it is like, you know, someone moving, all right? So there's these two guys. They visited a teacher, a Zen master. And there's two of them. So one of them went in to see the teacher. And the person says, Master, I'd like to move into this town. And the teacher said, oh, what was your town like? Yeah, where are you moving from? Oh, it's dreadful. I don't like it. I hated it. People did not like each other. I didn't like it. The teacher says, oh, it's the same here. So better not move here. So the guy says, okay. So he didn't move over. He left. The second guy came in. Master. Yes? Yeah, I'm thinking of moving here to your town. What is it like over here? The teacher said, same question. What is it like in your town? Where you come from? Oh, it's wonderful. People are loving, people are caring. It's a great place. I just want to change, but it's a great place. I can't complain. I just want to change of scenery. The teacher said, it's the same here. So the guy moved over. That's it. That's the story. So you're asking, I don't get it. Exactly the point. You see, oftentimes we don't realize the common denominator is who the I really identifies itself with. Okay? Who are you? Who's the I? Oftentimes we look at outside to validate who the I really is. So if a person is ignorant of who they really are, they know themselves to be the emotions, the thoughts that is molding them, that's the I that they identify. If they're miserable in one country, they can move to anywhere else, they'll also be miserable. Because the problem is not outside, it's inside. It's just like relationships. You ever heard of people where they have like 5 girlfriends or 5 boyfriends. They keep switching. Or, like someone who's been married like 5 times. They keep looking for the problem outside. Well, it's the same thing. You're trying to move to a place. If what's the problem is inside, then you can move anywhere. You carry the problem with you. But if you're at peace, you're full of love, you know who you are, the spiritual being having this earthly experience, then that spiritual being will be able to regulate the emotions and the thoughts. You throw him to China, you throw him to Siberia, you throw him to Australia, it doesn't matter where they go, that character goes with them. You get my point? I'm not saying that the environment does not affect you. Of course it does. But you see, the environment brings out what's already in you. Negative circumstances will really show your true character. Isn't it? That's how you get to see who people are under stress. When things are doing great, everybody loves each other. Kinda. But when there's adversity, then you get to see who your loyal friends are. Right? Because the person is really the perception of the I to the world. In other words, if let's say I just make something up. Let's say I live in China. Okay? Who I am as the spiritual self, growing up with what's affecting me from the environment, plus my own realization of the soul, which is different from person to person. So let's say I'm already on the spiritual path. I've learned to be kind, I learned to be forgiving, I've learned to be hardworking, for example. Then from China, I moved over to England. Different environment, but the character has already been molded. So the circumstances might be different, but the I will still deal with it based on who I identify with. The spiritual self, this is how I regulate my emotions and thoughts in my body under the similar circumstances. Now, the opposite is also true. let's say let's say I live in China, and I'm always angry, upset. I'm always screaming and yelling at people. Every time I see something, I look at the bad side of things. I move to England. It's going to be the same, except that I will curse in English, not Chinese. Get the point? So that's why oftentimes people keep looking for solutions outside of them, when in reality, the solution is within us. Okay? Now, I'm not one of those people that say, oh, well, you don't need to ask for help. Everything's taken care of itself and within you. No. There's always help around. But you have to first ask yourself a simple question. Is the problem really outside? Or is it something I need to deal with? It's easier to blame outside than to say, hey, you, why don't you ask yourself the question, is the environment the problem or you are the problem? And most people don't want to do that because what is the culture like? Just look at Instagram and Facebook. Everybody's, it's all right, you're a total screw up, no problem, you're still a screw up, it's okay to be a screw up. I'm going, what the heck is your problem? As they say here in America, call a spade a spade. If I mess up, sorry, I screwed up big time. I apologize. I learned a lesson. Let me move on. Instead of saying, it's okay to screw up. It's okay to have that bad behavior. What the heck are we doing? We're enabling people to continue being bad people. That's dumb. And yet, what happens? That's what society does. They always say, it's all right. No, if somebody screws up, you tell them. I had my share of screw-ups in my life. I mean, I probably have to scroll through pages of it. And the best growth I had are the times when I screwed up and learned from it. It's interesting that I remember Tony Robbins had several guests. Michael Phelps, Tom Brady, Shaun White at his house, okay? And it's one of the events, and each of them gave a speech. And basically, they said, one of them said, yeah, I learned the most from my losses, not my victories. I think I've shared this with a lot of you before. And the other two also agreed, yeah, I learned more when I lost than when I won. And if you think about it, when we do things right, there's not much to learn. The fact that you did it right, because that good quality is already within you. But when we mess up, and you learn and you recognize, oh man, I screwed up on this one big time. Okay. Anyway, no point in wallowing in mud. I already know I made a mistake. So the question is, where do I go from here? Okay, these are the causes of the mistake. That was a mistake. All right, this is the solution. So how do I implement this solution? Be systematic about it. So from there on, what happens? You forget the mistake. As in, you don't think about it. Otherwise, you become neurotic, right? Guilt overtakes you, and you have a tendency to make the same mistake. We always use that example. You're riding a bicycle, you're learning to ride, and what happens? I don't want to hit that pole. I really don't want to hit that pole. You start noticing your hand going in that direction. Same thing. Remorse and regret is good. But to focus on it so much, what happens? It makes a person nuts. Make sense? Sorry, I'm using someone's house. Anyway, so the whole idea here is once you learn from the mistake, you put your attention on the solution and pour your entire energy into it. That's how we build character. Now, not to make mistakes is impossible, so you might as well learn from the mistake and move forward. And the whole idea here is you are the spiritual self, you are the soul. The mistake is because the soul lost control over the emotions, the thoughts, and the body. As we try to remember who the I really is, then you're going back to the source, which is the I is moving the body, moving the emotions, moving the thoughts in the direction that you want it. And if you get into a habit, getting into the habit of doing that same thing over and over again, you could move from one place to another place. The external circumstances could change, but you are a solid pole inside that will act the same way wherever you are. That's why when that teacher listened to the first guy complain, he probably figuring, you were complaining where you are with your attitude, you come to a nice place, you're going to continue complaining. Stay home. The second guy, he goes, he's very kind, very loving. He appreciates the people around him. He appreciates the environment. He comes here, he's going to continue to do the same thing. Come on over. It's the same thing. Stop looking for the answer outside. Stop blaming our weaknesses on outside. That's what society does. That's why people don't grow. And I'm going to share this with you. I know some of you don't like to hear this, but this is what my teacher taught me. It's one of the best lessons I've ever learned. And he said, quote, I don't know if he's just saying to the rest of the world or just maybe to me because I'm a difficult case. He said, be ruthlessly honest with yourself, but be very kind and forgiving to others. In other words, be ruthlessly honest with yourself, but very kind and forgiving to others. And when I heard that, I go, okay, let's see. The second part I got, because otherwise I wouldn't be in the healing practice, I wouldn't be teaching, right? You try to show compassion to others. But don't I show compassion to myself? That's the thing that went through my head. And then you know what he said? And I remember one of the talks he said, it's called ruthless compassion. Ruthless compassion. And the way he explained it is, ruthless compassion means you are, by being ruthlessly honest to oneself of our strengths and weaknesses, in the big picture, we're actually showing compassion to ourselves. Think about it. If you have a child that misbehaves, and you don't reprimand them at the right amount and the right time, you are actually ruining that kid's future. Because for them to act badly, it's okay. There's no consequences. They screw up, you go, it's all right. No, you say, okay, this is wrong. This is the consequence. I understand why you did it, but nevertheless, it's wrong, so these are the consequences. It's the dosage and the timing. It doesn't mean like you hit them on the head. If you want people to grow, it doesn't always mean making them grow by enabling their mistakes. Right? But you have to be kind, you have to be forgiving and uplifting. Now, when it comes to oneself, the way I was taught, again, you guys might be different, but the way my teacher taught me is like, you should use a sledgehammer in yourself. He didn't say that, but basically he says, be ruthlessly honest with yourself, but be kind and forgiving to others. I said, okay, here we go. No, I'm kidding. But that's the point. When you look yourself in the mirror, don't give yourself excuses. You really want to grow? That's how you do it. As they say in America, call a spade, call a screw up a screw up. Don't say, well, I screwed up, but it's part of my upbringing, it's part of my astrology. Because astrologically, I'm supposed to screw up. Yeah, right. I'm sure there's a million or more people who have the same astrological condition as you at this time, and they're not screwing up as like you are. But it's always easy to what? Point the reason out somewhere else. I know some of you after this will probably be disturbed and angry and don't want to come to our meditations anymore. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm sharing with you a story and the teaching behind it. Remember, you will grow the fastest from your mistakes. Now, I'm not saying go screw up intentionally so you learn. Okay, come on, you guys. Use a little common sense here. But the point is, look at every mistake that we make as an opportunity to grow. And I remember my teacher taught us, said, there's this ancient Chinese proverb. If you don't know anything, just say ancient Chinese proverb. Nobody knows anything. So they'll just say yes, especially if you're Chinese. I'm kidding. Okay, anyway, he said, the harder you throw a rubber ball on the ground, the higher it bounces up. In other words, all of us have screwed up in the past. And you go, okay, ouch. What did I get out of it? Minimum, I learned what not to do. And then from there you go, What do I do so that the mistake doesn't happen again? And from there, how do I make sure that not just not make the mistake, but actually go overboard? For example, let's say you were harsh with someone. Let's say I was harsh and screamed at someone before. Out of anger, I yelled at them, "You good for nothing piece of this and piece of that," for example. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, number one, if it's applicable, I go apologize. Then afterwards, I think about it. Okay, how do I not do that again? Well, I have to do more meditation, open up my heart more, my crown, so energetically I'll be more compassionate. Then from there, I'll be more aware of my words and my thoughts. Then from there, when I talk to people, I'll first look at the good qualities they have and praise them for it. From there, as I interact with people, I'll always try to look at the goodness within them rather than seeing their faults. Maybe I'll do that. What did you just do? All I did was identify that I screwed up, thinking of how to fix it, spend the bulk of my time trying to figure out what are the things I do that I can do based on that mistake, and how to not only make it up, but actually grow from it. Ta-da! Free lesson. Free teachings from that screw up. What else do you want? Do you get my point? It is that simple. I didn't say easy, but simple. So instead of trying to move from one place to the other in your mind, well, if I'm in this relationship, it'd be better. If I'm this, it'd be better. If I this, it'd be better. First, ask the question to yourself: why did this not work? Why did this work? What is it within the I that caused things to go right and caused things to not go right? And the things that we didn't do, the things that we did that made things not go right, okay, what is the lesson to be extracted? What did we do right? Let's do more of it. Come on, you don't need to read 1,000 holy books. It's plain common sense. So, when the Zen master asks you, how was your town? You should say, it was great. The place was great, the people were great. I wasn't, but hey, I learned. Instead of saying, yeah, there are a bunch of jerks where I live, that's why I'm moving to your town. The teacher's going to go, yeah, you were a jerk there, you're going to be a jerk here too. So stay home. Understand the lesson? That's that. Very simple. Shall we meditate? To the Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, we humbly ask for your blessings. To my teacher, Master Tsokok Sui Mahagu Jamei, thank you for your blessings. In full faith, so be it. Okay, so what we'll do the great invocation. We alternate, well, almost. We do a lot of meditation to enhance to really activate your heart. This time we also want to balance intelligence, love, and will. And great invocation is one of those powerful prayers because as those triple energies flow through us, it's adjusting your energy particles, well, your consciousness, to be able to balance out when to use force, when to be kind, when to plan, balancing the will, love, and intelligence aspect in your life. Okay, so put your hands like this. Tap your crown gently. I am that I am. I'm not the body, I'm not the emotions, I'm not the thoughts. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am that, the soul. Just be still. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spark, the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God. I am one with God. I am one with all. There is only oneness. Just be still. Just allow your awareness and your consciousness to just keep drifting above your crown, beyond the body. Because you, the soul, are beyond the body anyway. Just say, I am that, the spiritual self. Now just be still. We are one. Now imagine that all of us are beings of light inside the big bright sun, a bigger being of light. Just say, we are one. Now open your hands in blessing. We're inside the sun looking out into the solar system. And look at our beloved Mother Earth. Project a beautiful beam of light collectively out of the sun and fill the entire Earth. And let's chant Om 3 times. Om, Om, Om. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. Just be still. Allow the energy and the blessings of wisdom, intelligence, understanding, and discernment flow through us and bless every person, every being on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let divine love descend throughout the entire earth. Bless every person, every being you know with unconditional love, with kindness, with sweetness, with the heart to forgive, to show mercy and compassion for all. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and the spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. Bless every person, every being on earth, not just with intention to help, not just intention to be of service, but actually taking action, helping and serving others. From the center which we call the human race and all the other races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth now. So be it. You and I are just the pipelines. Let the energy flow through, blessing every person, every being on earth with peace, with love, with wisdom, with kindness, with goodwill. So be it. Again, from the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let divine love fill the hearts of every person, every being on earth now. So be it. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and the spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. So be it. From the center which we call the human race and all the other races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it permanently seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, love, and power restore the divine plan on earth now. So be it. Just be still. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. If you're sensitive, you feel energy flowing through us. Some of you might feel tingling or slight pressure on your crown, your hands. Just let the blessings flow through our entire being. Now this time, for the third part of the great invocation, I want you to just imagine a beautiful point of light above your head. Just stay there. Just your entire attention is just on that beautiful point or that miniature sun above your head. Just put your entire attention there and listen and participate. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend throughout the entire earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, Let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love, mercy, and compassion descend throughout the entire earth. May God's messenger of love descend on earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let divine purpose guide the wills of every person, every being, the purpose which the Holy Masters and the spiritual hierarchy know and serve. Let goodwill and the willingness to do good descend throughout the entire earth. Now, just be still. From the center, which we call the human race, the angelic race, and all the different races, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where any evil dwells. Let light, let love, let power descend throughout the entire earth. Let light, let love, let power restore and manifest the divine plan on earth. Now, so be it. Now just be still and let it flow. And chant Om. 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 Just be still. Blessings be to all. Now put your hands down on your lap. Now imagine that beautiful sun, that beautiful point of light above your head getting brighter and brighter and brighter. That light is the real I. That's you. Just be still. Put your entire awareness in that beautiful, brilliant light above your head. And listen. Om. Ahum. Be still. Om. Ahum. Just let go. Om. Ahum. Be still and let go. And just let things be. Now. Gently, very slowly, gently and slowly come back to your body. Move your fingers, move your toes. Gently, slowly come back. Raise your hands in blessing. Let's release the excess energies our bodies cannot absorb. First, imagine people you love in front of you. Fill them with golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. May all be blessed. So be it. Especially bless your family, your friends, relatives. Shower them with golden light. Whoever needs healing, flood them with golden light, with peace, with love. Those who are going through challenging times, flood them with golden light. Divine blessings be with them. So be it. Now aim your hands down. Be aware of your hands, your feet, and the base of your spine. Project that golden light deep down into Mother Earth. Down, down into Earth. And repeat after me. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it, and so it is. We thank you. Okay, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. We thank you for your immense blessings. Personally, to my teacher, Master Chokok Sui Mahagujimaying, thank you in full faith, and so it is. Okay, I hope that you had an intense meditation. For some of you who've been with us, you know, we always add little special sauce. And I hope you took off like a rocket, and make sure you come back. All right. Again, thank you very much for your patience, you know, with a schedule change. Now, this coming Friday is Healing Day. Remember, there's emotional healing and prosperity healing. So the first session, we're good. That's going to be 1 p.m. East Coast time, 10 p.m. California time. The second one should be the same as what it's supposed to be. 6 here, 6 there, 9 here. But then again, I'm using, you know, the house of dear friends, and I don't want to be imposing. So sometimes I have to arrange the schedule. Okay, but regardless, we'll make sure you have it. Okay? Please leave your comments and share the meditation with as many people. Hope the lesson was helpful. You know, I tried to do my best to look for teachings that are applicable in everyday life. And everything I know was taught to me by my teacher. I hope you will learn pranic healing wherever you are. And next weekend, we're teaching the spiritual essence of man, the chakras and inverted tree of life. You know, the tree of life with 11 major centers. So the ones who have US addresses, you know, you can join. If not, it's also being taught all over the world by my colleagues. All right. Namaste, everyone. You all take care, and we will see you Friday morning or Friday afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Okay. Namaste. God bless. Take care.